Patson Daka here. I'm very happy and excited to join this great historic club, Leicester City. Come on, Leicester. Hello guys, Patson Daka here. I'm very happy and excited to join this great historic club, Leicester City. Come on, Leicester. Hello guys, Patson.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one, and it's transfer news. After such a long time, people, we have been focusing on Euro talk, Euro talk and everything that involves Euro 2020, that we actually forgot that there are also transfers that are happening here. So I'm gonna try by all means to cover as much news as I can in terms of what is happening in the transfer sector and every single activities that are happening. I thought that maybe my first transfer news coming back will be about Manchester United signing Jadon Sancho, but every one of us, we know that situation is still at the, what did Fabrizio Romano called it? At the semi-final at this point. They're still at the semi-final. Still no news, but only the breaking news that we have to give you is that it's official. Right now, go to any Football Connect platforms, you see it, that it's official that Patson Daka is now officially a Leicester footballer for next season of 2021-2022 season, and he has signed a contract which is gonna last him around, how many years is that? Yeah, a 5-year deal. And I'm really proud of Leicester doing this deal. Why am I so proud that they did this deal? Because for starters, there's one, my continent mate, very close to me, is in Southern Africa. I love that big clubs like Leicester City, all these clubs in Europe, and Aston Villa as well, they're looking at the southern side of Africa, getting some amazing stars that we have that people don't really look at, and taking them to England so that they go shine and prove to the world that they also deserve a shout out to go play at the biggest stage of them all in football. So that, for me, I'm really proud that he was actually taken by Leicester. Also, disappointed in a way. How am I disappointed? For starters, I am a Liverpool fan. Oh, I'm looking for a jersey that I'm actually putting on. I'm a Liverpool supporter. This is the red jersey. It's just that it's cold here, that's why I'm wearing this. But you already know this, people. I am a Liverpool supporter. I don't even have to prove it to myself. Patson Daka has been linked with us for such a long time. I don't want to lie to you. Before even the transfer window opened, we were being linked with signing Patson Daka. Now, for the fact that it didn't happen, and now our Premier League rivals in Leicester City gets the player, for me, that is not what I expected. That is a painful thing to swallow. I have to accept the situation that our club never get things done. They never go after the players that they promise you that they go after. I had a lot of people talking, Craig, a lot of Liverpool guys, even read sometimes in some situations where we're being told that it's been rumored that Liverpool were interested in buying the player, because of course he was being rated to be the next big thing next to Haaland coming from Red Bull Salzburg. We expected that Liverpool were gonna do this deal, buy him, especially that we know that we need a striker. We cannot rely on Bobby Firmino and Divock Origi for all what we want to achieve. We know that it's not working. We have the wing backs in Jota, Salah, and Mane. We needed a striker, and we thought that Patson Daka was gonna be the big thing, was gonna be the it. But guess what? No, they decided to just not do the deal. It's really painful, really painful, but I have to accept it. Leicester came for the player, promised him, and he decided to go there. There were also some rumors that I heard that somebody close to Patson Daka kind of like gave him advice that rather than to go to Liverpool straightforward, why can't you go to a lesser club in the Premier League at this point? Go grow in confidence, then you come. Of course, the person had to be using Takumi Minamino as the example that look at Minamino, a good player in Salzburg, but look what happened when he got to Liverpool. Cannot even get the chance to play in the first team. Of course, that makes sense as well. But it just hurts that we just lost a player in Patson Daka who went to Leicester. We can still sign him to Leicester, but not knowing when. That's also one thing that can be painful, especially if he's going to be scoring goals. That's one thing that we needed. We lagged the last season. Somebody was going to convert the chances. Salah did it, but Salah's goals were not enough. We needed more. So guess what? We're stuck here and we have to look at what happens. We have to focus on the next stage, which is what's going to happen after this breakdown. What do we do next? What happens to Liverpool? It's going to be exciting to see what happens. But anyway, this is not only what I'm going to be focusing on. There's a lot of things that I'm going to be covering. Let me read. There is a message, a comment here by Mr. Adma. He's saying that Leicester was a smart move. As well, I actually agree as well. It was a smart move for the player because one thing that we know, he's going to get game time. He's going to get himself, get used to the Premier League, and he will definitely be ready to challenge if one of the bigger clubs comes and try to get him. So I'm actually happy for him that he chose Leicester over Liverpool, because for that, I know he's not going to be dealing with the challenge of dealing with the likes of Mane, Salah, Jota. He will have it easy alongside Jimmy Vardy, Keleti, Iheanacho. I'm not saying that is going to be easy. He has to prove himself as well, but it's a lesser of a challenge to him to actually prove himself rather than at Liverpool. Can't believe I'm saying that against my club, but I'm excited for him. I hope he has the best time wherever he is now at Leicester, and let's see what he can do. He's going to grow. That's one thing that I'm for sure to tell you, that he's going to grow as a footballer, and sooner or later, next season, we might be surprised that bigger clubs will be after him. Remember, the Football Connect will be here. We'll be covering all those situations and we'll be talking about it. Congratulations to Patson Daka. Let's see how he develops from that. Nextly, we want to talk about other transfer news that has been happening that I've not been covering. Go check out the Football Connect, guys. Sometimes I might not talk about the transfers here, but they're always going to be covered. You should check it out. It's always important. I advise you that you do that. So I'm going to include this page that I also respect a lot, that always cover a lot of news that is happening in terms of transfers. We're going to be talking about whatever that has been happening. So for starters, Frank de Boer has been tagged by Netherlands national team head coach. Of course, it makes sense. After losing to such a team, the next bigger thing was you being sacked. I knew that Frank de Boer was not at all at the level that Ronald Koeman was at Netherlands. So it was just a matter of time before they try to sack him. And maybe if Koeman is free at Barcelona, they try to get him back because he was getting the best out of those players. Frank de Boer has failed to do that. Fabrizio Ramon was the source, and of course, you always believe Fabrizio. Breaking news, Patrick Vieira, which was yesterday, I think. Was yesterday, right? Yes, it was yesterday. Patrick Vieira has been appointed as the new manager of Crystal Palace. David is the one who breaks the story. So that's the news. If you have not heard, Patrick Vieira is now the manager of Crystal Palace after the man himself, Roy Hodgson, stepped down. He actually stepped down as the manager because of course because of age. That's why we all think he wants to rest. Now he has already achieved a lot in different clubs he has managed, and that we can all accept the situation that if he says he's stepping down, there is a reason why he's doing that. So we accept the situation. Also, everyone were talking about Fernandinho going to become one of the head managers or something in Manchester City. There is what he has decided to do. He has decided to continue being the player of Manchester City for one extra year. So done deal. Fernandinho has signed a new one-year contract with Manchester City until 2022, where his contract ends. He's gonna try to lead these boys into more silverwares, and of course, maybe he wants to achieve the champion. He wants to get the Champions League medal, so he's hoping that next season will be the season that Manchester City finally do it. They have now been in the finals, so they can maybe do it. I don't know. That's the situation we have to wait and see. So Bournemouth yesterday or the day before yesterday announced that Scott Parker had been appointed as their new manager of Bournemouth. I love this thing with Bournemouth, and they're always interested in the small managers. They don't go for these big guys, big names. They always go to the young men, the young managers, and try by all means to get the best out of them whenever they are performing. And something that I do respect a lot. I really do respect that a lot. So that is it. Barcelona have submitted their first contract renewal offer to Ousmane Dembele, a 4-year deal with 50% salary reduction. Imagine. So what Barcelona are saying now to Ousmane Dembele are saying that we have been giving you a lot of money. We have been pumping money to you, which makes sense. They have been pumping a lot of money to him. But you are never fit for the club. You are never fit. You are always on injury prone. You have been making money while seated. But now we are going to give you a 4-year deal, and we are going to cut off the money we have been giving you. So now you have to give back to us. At a lesser price, you have to still be coming to Barcelona and do what you used to do on a 4-year deal. So it's just to Ousmane Dembele to actually decide if he's going to sign in that deal or what, or he's going to feel like he's been hard done by Barcelona. One thing that we have to agree on this is that Ousmane Dembele is a good player, but too many is injury pro, and he is never fit, he's never there. So let's see how that situation will go. But that's what we have been told. Let's see where we go from here, and if he's going to take that one. Of course, the Scott Parker situation has been happening. We all know this. After walking away, he walked away from Fulham, and it was an agreement between the club and him. Arsenal have rejected a second bid from Aston Villa to sign Emile Smith-Rowe. One thing I knew, he was going nowhere. He is the bigger thing. He is proving to the world that he has something to offer. So I didn't expect him to walk away from that deal from Leicester City. And that it has happened. We should all accept that. But it's interesting. It's going to be amazing. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about what is happening here? It's really amazing to see how things are happening. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted with some of the news that I have to read here. There are a lot of news to read, by the way, in the news. It's going to be exciting. Let's see what else we have to focus on in terms of transfer news. Rui Patricio has agreed personal terms with Roma. The Italian club have not yet speak with Wolves, but about the move though. So Jose Mourinho have seen something that he loves from Rui Patricio, and he has decided that he wants him to what? Join him at the new club he has signed for, which is Roma. And let's see what will happen. There is an agreement between the player and the club. It's just a matter of time before Wolves also agree on the matter. I don't know. Do you think they will agree? Let me know in the comment section. Click that like button, guys. Subscribe to the Football Connect. It's always important you show your appreciation. Anyway, let's continue with other news. We have to trust what Southgate is doing. Redknapp says on England's win over Germany. So yeah, it's now time where the England people have to learn to trust Southgate a little bit more rather than to try by all means to manage the man, because it's just too much. Does not make sense, but they do it a lot. They do it a lot. Anyway, there is a thing that I have to show you as well. This concerns Liverpool. I'm just getting bored that I'm talking here and I don't remember mentioning anything concerning Liverpool and transfers. There is a cool what's his name? What's that guy's name? Oh, what is that guy's name? The French forward Koeman, who's also being linked with Liverpool. I don't know if that is going to happen. We have to wait on that and see, but there is something that is happening here. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Liverpool and Manchester United being linked with the bad guard, reaffirming linked with the bad guard, reaffirming future with Hoffenheim. Oh, is that how you call it? Hoffenheim. So the Austria international has been linked with the switch to England. Yes, that's what they are saying. Let me read that so that you guys can see it as well. He's being linked with let's see, switched to England, but he said he has no intention of departing from the Bundesliga. Liverpool and the Manchester United linked with the Christopher Hofer. Is that how you call it? But I don't even want to call that name. Has insisted that his future remains at Hoffenheim through next season. The midfielder has also been stock exposure in rising of the past 2 year campaigning the Bundesliga outfit and whatever they're saying. But it seems like it's not interesting. Shots form may seem him moted in a popular target from Jurgen Klopp with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer also interested. But now the 21-year-old has moved to pour cold waters after chatters of the move of whatever they're saying. I don't really care about that. Hello, Sam. Hello, Mr. Karen. How are you doing? I'm looking in some transfers that has been happening, man. I've not been doing this for such a long time, so I need at least try to look at some transfer and deals that are happening in terms of transfer news. I want to hear from you. What do you think about the situation that Patson Daka has decided to join Leicester City over Liverpool and the fact that Liverpool were beaten by a lesser club in Leicester City to a target rather than them getting the target? What do you feel about that? I would have accepted the situation where Liverpool goes like and say that, okay, we buy Patson Daka, but we are not going to use him. We're going to loan him to Leicester City for the next year or two so that we see how he gets used to the Premier League. Then we get him back. Similar in situation like what we did to Takumi Minamino with Southampton. Why can't we at least try to do that? Because I feel like Patson Daka is going to be the next big thing. And the fact that they didn't get him, they allowed Leicester to go put and pin in a 5-year contract on the player. That is just huge for me. It's going to really affect a lot of things that we are going to supposed to be doing as Liverpool, because I think we should have got the deal done, and at least we should be smiling after something that would have happened with the player in our books, but also playing in another club. I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you think? I wanted Daka for Liverpool, but I guess that I understand his decision because he probably won't get the starting lineup. I know that he was not gonna get any starting lineup here unless if he was gonna perform extremely good to a Jota level where he was gonna be forcing his starting lineup into that Liverpool squad. Jota did it. He did so well, and people actually respect him. But I understand he wants to go try at least the Premier League from a smaller team yet, then maybe try to change to come to Liverpool later on, or maybe wherever he's gonna go after Liverpool. But I feel like Liverpool should have gotten that deal done. Because look at Firmino, look at how he has been performing. It was gonna be good. That's all I feel like. It was gonna be good if we had gotten Patson Daka into our club. That was gonna be so important to us. Talking about other news that are happening, we have this one. Fabrizio Romano, he's talking about Benitez and Rafa Benitez joining Everton, looking like it's now a done deal. Rafa Benitez finally signs his contract as Everton's new manager until 2024. After just 2 weeks of negotiations, he has been approached by Italian clubs, but Premier League job was his priority. That's the news. We now get the official done deal news from Fabrizio Romano that Rafa Benitez has signed until 2024. So it's probably 2 or 3 years contract. I think we're in 2021, right? So yeah, it is a 3-year deal with Everton. Remember, this man, after signing this contract, there were some threats that he received where some people were saying to him, we know where you live, don't sign it. It's actually a case that is being, what should I say the word? That they're actually investigating upon at Liverpool, where I think it's Everton players, supporters who are kind of like scaring the manager because they don't want him signing there because they feel like he is Liverpool property, and Liverpool and Everton don't meet. It's always crazy with this news. But anyway, he didn't care about whatever the supporters were saying. He has signed it anyway, and he's gonna be the next manager of Everton. So funny to say. Whatever that is gonna happen is gonna be exciting to see whatever that happens. But I can't wait to see him when he comes back to Enfield, and there will be a lot of players, and he has to manage some people who doesn't respect anybody who comes from Liverpool, the club. It's gonna be exciting. I don't know. I hope he gets the respect he deserves from the players and also the people in management in Everton, so that he makes something out of the club. I love Rafa. We saw it in Newcastle. He is a good manager. We saw it also in Liverpool, winning us that trophy with with Steven Gerrard, the Champions League. He is a good manager, and people has to respect him somehow, somewhere. I believe that they have to do that. Oh, talking of something else, just moving on. It involves Tottenham Hotspurs. Remember, people have managers. Every team in the Premier League has managers, except of Tottenham Hotspurs. And let's read what Fabrizio Ramon is saying, according to just 2 hours ago, about Tottenham Hotspurs getting a manager. Basically, that's what exactly he has to talk about. So, Tottenham are working on a contract deal in order to appoint Nuno Espirito Santos as a new manager. He is open to consider a Spurs job. Fabian arrived in London yesterday, and he is pushing to complete the agreement, as he has already wanted Nuno at Juventus 1 year ago. For starters, just to tell you about this Fabian guy. Fabian he was a Juventus manager, I have to say, the guy who is between the owner of the club and the manager, like, of the club. So he has been working. They did sign him from Juventus. After signing him, it seems like he has been working so hard to make sure that Nuno becomes the next big thing that Tottenham Hotspur signs, after failing to sign Antonio Conte, after failing to sign another guy who was coming from Argentina, Roma manager. A lot of people have been linked with the Tottenham Hotspurs to sign, so that they see who's their next guy. Of course, we know that Nuno walked away from Wolves just a few months ago, when the Premier League ended. So we were all wondering where he was going to be featuring and what he was going to be doing. But now seems like things are making sense. Now he has decided to join Tottenham Hotspurs, if things are to be believed, or this is going to be the truth, according to Fabrizio Ramon. Of course, Fabrizio always give you the best news you can get, but it looks like something is happening. Let's see if there is going to be any news that changes as we continue with them deals. Okay, this was the confirmation that Patson Daka is now signed for Leicester. Cristiano Ronaldo is not negotiating a new contract with Juventus. As of today, club are now waiting for Ronaldo and his agent, João Mendes, to decide if leaving Juventus this summer or not. Cristiano is still under contract with Juventus until 2022. 31 million net per season, that's what he's making. Wow, that's a lot of money. So, of course, last week, if I remember so well, I did read some reports which were saying that Cristiano Ronaldo was being asked by Juventus if he's sticking with them or is walking away. There were rumors that he was going to Manchester United as well, like also Mr. Karen is asking. There were rumors that he was going to go to United, also that he was going to go back to his hometown Sporting Leipzig. I think that's the club where they were saying that he could go back there as well, because he has promised them that he wants to finish his career in his home country. But do you think it's now time for Cristiano Ronaldo to be saying that I'm done, it's time for me to hang my boots and actually walk away? I don't really know, but that's the situation we are at this moment. Does he go to United? We have to wait and see. Or is he going back to Portugal? Or maybe he's going to sign another contract with Juventus. All are the questions we are still asking ourselves. Let's wait and see what the Cristiano Ronaldo decide. But at this moment, we wait. Fabrizio Romano will keep us updated with the information on whatever that will be happening there. Also, 14 hours ago, the Jadon Sancho deal to United is still not yet finalized. And this is what Fabrizio Ramon is saying. Jordan Sancho deal loading. Agent Marcus Rashford known. Also now Marcus Rashford is now the agent. Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund will be in a direct contact in the next coming hours, of course, in order to complete or also finalize details of the agreement payment structure of around 90 million euro. So it seems like it's something that is going to be agreed at the end that Jordan Sancho will be a United player and Marcus Rashford is one of the guys because of course he's also in close contract with this guy Jordan Sancho is also giving him some tips of what to expect when he comes to the Red Devil and whatever that is going to happen. Remember, Jordan Sancho was a Manchester City player. Going to United, that'll be the worst pain you can ever threshed upon the City fans and also the City national City team. Can't wait to see how the deal will go like, but it looks like he's gonna be joining in there. And players like Marcus Rashford looks like they're playing a bigger role to help out that this deal is done after such a long time. I think it is almost about 2 years since we started hearing United being linked with Jordan Sancho, but now it seems like it's almost coming to the very end. And if I'm a United supporter, I should be happy with Jordan Sancho coming to my club. How you're gonna use him, I have no freaking idea. I focus on Liverpool, and I'm gonna do that. Focus on my team, Liverpool. So let's see what happens in that situation. Oh, moving on as well, we also have some deals, things that we need to talk about. Also, Arsenal, they're signing some players as well. Arsenal are set to complete both Nuno Tevez and Luke Lungan, or is it Lukonga, signings in the next few days. Confirmed, and here we go. That's Fabrizio Ramon confirming Lungano will be signed for around 17.5 million euro, and Edons now in its final details on sales and stuff like that. Paperwork to be signed soon with the Benfica for is that Travagas or Travagas or something like that, and adding on. So it seems like Arsenal and Arteta are working so hard to at least bring on some players that can come and help out the squad because we know he has been building a squad for the past 2 years. So let's see how far he will go, still building the dream team that we all know and love in Arsenal. But like we are being told, there's still something that is happening there. Let's see if they can complete that deal and whatever that is going to happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Do you think that there should be more that should be done in terms of signing with the big clubs, looking at the fact that United are doing business, City, they're trying to sign Harry Kane and Jack Grealish, all of them at the same time. That is very, very big business from City, especially of what we just saw yesterday, England doing, and the combination of Grealish and Kane. Imagine adding Kevin De Bruyne to that. Big clubs, please open your eyes. Don't make it a possibility that City managed to sign Grealish and Kane at the same time. That'll be the end of football as we know it in England. Anyway, do you feel like Liverpool should be doing more as well? Especially looking at what is happening here. We have had some deals some rumors that Liverpool are being linked in signing players like, what is that guy's name? Kylian Mbappe. Also, there's Koeman as well from France, who is a Bayern Munich player. Oh, we heard that there were some links as well from him. But also, there have not been anything that has been done. So I'm still waiting on to that to see if there's going to be anything that is done. But it does not make sense at this moment. We need to see something that happens here. We need to see movement. I'm just checking if there's anything. Oh, there's Sokola Dumada saying that Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp have come in some heavy criticism on denying Mohamed Salah the chance to represent England in the Olympics games in Tokyo. Of course, you might hate that. Now this is African news. I will try by all means to explain that. Let me read what Mr. Karen is saying here. Liverpool needs to buy more players, but we will probably wait until after Euros. I believe that's what we are going to do. Maybe after the Euros, that's when we're going to start seeing maybe movement from Liverpool. We just have to be patient on that. Let me just talk about that as well. What I just read a few minutes ago. What is happening is this: Egypt, they're going to be they're going to be playing in the Euro. They're going to be playing in the Olympics, of course. They're going to be playing in the Olympics. So what is happening is this: they want to take Mohamed Salah so that he becomes one of the players who are going to represent them in the Olympics. But let me tell you something that is interesting about this. Exactly after the Olympics, when we play the first half of the season of the Premier League, January, Africa Cup of Nations will be on, and the Mohamed Salah will have to go back again to Egypt and go represent Egypt again. So it means Liverpool are going to start the season without Mohamed Salah. They will play when he comes. I think he's going to play 5 or 6 games. Goes back again to represent the country in the Africa Cup of Nations. So, in other words, Liverpool have nothing of next season. So I think they gave Egypt an option. You better decide right now what you want. Do you want Salah now for the Olympics and you will not be there for the Africa Cup of Nations? Or you want him for the Africa Cup of Nations and you'll be there and he's not there for the Olympics? It's a take it or leave it deal. People have to understand that you can't always get what you want. You might be the country and stuff like that, but it's a take it or leave it deal. You either want him in the Olympics or you want him in the Africa Cup of Nations. Where do you want him? Where do you want him? You have to make that decision right now so that you tell not only me on Liverpool, but also the whole world where exactly you want Mohamed Salah to represent Egypt. Do you want him to go in the Olympics or you want him to represent Egypt in the Africa Cup of Nations? You want to win both tournaments, but you can't get all the players at the same time. So it's an interesting situation. They might not like it, but I agree with Liverpool doing this because we can't finish the whole entire season without one of our biggest players in Mohamed Salah. It does not even make sense. It does not even make sense. I don't know. I want to hear if you agree with me because Keita, Man, and Salah are going in January for the Africa Cup of Nations. And there's nothing that Liverpool can do about it. They're going to have to play the whole of January without them. And if you are leading in the season, it's going to be so hard for them to concentrate. But that's football either way. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section about that one. If you agree with the way I'm assessing this situation or what. Anyway, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz failed to silence doubters yesterday, but a young enough to still find a top form at Chelsea. Okay. I don't even know what this is. Yet have no regard of missing out in the duo of Diogo Jota. They found the right players and the right deals at the right time. Okay. Chelsea proved that Liverpool made a 120 million sign decision in a perfect time. Oh, they're just talking about the fact that Liverpool signed Diogo Jota at a point where he was going to sign up and become the bigger star now. Because with what he has done in the Euros and whatever that has happened, if any club comes right now and says that they want to sign Diogo Jota, he'll be an expensive player because he has already proven to the world with what he has done with Portugal that he is a star that a lot of people have to be focusing on and looking forward to what he's going to offer the club. But anyway, what are your thoughts on that situation as well? I think I'm done with the transfer news. I've covered everything that I can. Join me a little bit later, I think around 5 o'clock my time. I'm going to set a reminder just exactly after this stream where I'm going to be talking about a special Euro Talk edition where we are going to be talking about the round of 16 and a little bit about the group stages. And we are going to try to predict who wins the final as well after the round of 16 groups are over. I hope you join me. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be amazing. But today we rest where we know that there is no Euro Talk. There is Euro Talk, of course, but there won't be Euro 2020 today. Fixtures or games because we are waiting to see what happens as we continue on Saturday. I believe That's when the games continues. But transfer news is what we are going to be covering on. Looking forward to what's going to be happening. And I think I'm going to be dropping the jersey video a little bit later. Not today, maybe tomorrow. I think I'll drop my jersey rating video a little bit tomorrow. I hope you look forward to that one. It's going to be exciting. I'm going to be reacting to some of the jerseys that the clubs will be wearing next season. Trust me, you want to hear what I'll say to about Manchester United jersey, because I'm not really impressed with that jersey. It's going to be exciting. I hope you guys join me for that one. Can't wait. Thank you very much for being with me, Mr. Karen. Always as usual. Thank you, top man. It's me signing out. Same here, guys, and the Football Connect. See you later. Goodbye. God bless.
Beats the goalkeeper. He's just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan